and welcome to Sumo Mainichi. My name's Dave and I'm here with Amy.
Hello.
How are you, Amy?
Well, I am okay. I am thrilled to be here on Nakabi with you all, talking about sumo, watching some sumo, the greatest division of all, Juryo. But you can hear in my voice I'm still a little bit under the weather. It feels like 14 years since last week.
Yeah, you've lived 1,000 lifetimes this week, I feel.
I've seen things.
Today, this is day 8, Nakabi. Happy Nakabi to you and all of your families. I hope that Grandfather Nakabi was very kind to you this morning. We've got a couple of Makushita bouts to go before we get into Juryo. Due to your sickness this week, we haven't had as much time as we would have liked to have caught up on every single Juryo bout. So I feel that I'm coming at today with a bit of freshness.
Let's all explore together.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's be in Juryo together. It's the nicest way to do it. You haven't seen it all. You're with your mates. You're exploring together. You're seeing some scores together.
So a couple of Makushita lads about to go at it. Kurohimeyama on the left and Asahakuryu on the right. As we see a break there from the very keen Kurohimeyama. I don't know much about this kid, but I like that he's getting out and getting in his opponent's grill before the Gyoji's ready for them to go. Well, we see Kurohimeyama go on the defense early and swing around. A lot smaller than his opponent, Asahakuryu, but Asahakuryu is attacking, but great footwork by Kurohimeyama to pick up that win. Welcome K-Bunny, who was in first. Amazing reflexes to get into the chat first. Dr. Ben Marshman, I should say, from tagatastore.com. Welcome. Welcome, welcome.
You can hear a little bit in your voice too that you are a little bit under the weather as well. I passed it on.
I've kept quiet, but
kind of me.
I've been a bit sick.
Yeah.
But we're taking it one day at a time. We're going to get through.
All thoughts and beers and sakes and whiskies for your voice for next Sunday.
Yes, of course. We are making sure we're right for our live event at the Cooper's Inn. We're going to be recording the podcast live. And we're doing top division, which means our Juryo stream next week will be happening on the Saturday.
Yes, I know we switched it around this weekend, but next weekend definitely on the Saturday.
Yep. I had this idea that we should try to live stream next Sunday too, just audio.
Oh, did you?
I did.
That's what you do when you're sick. You do more and more and more. Have more and more ideas.
Yeah. I was thinking, we might need another computer and another interface and another internet connection, and then I gave up on the idea. I think you need to be in the room.
Yeah. Or next year.
Next year,
that's
July. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, what is our cadence next year? I think we'll do live Osaka.
Yeah, March in Osaka, then July. Probably.
Is it July or
a nice winter one in front of the fireplace?
I think I want to go to Sydney. Yes, do one in Sydney next year. I hear there's a bit of a sumo group and community there, and I think we could just weasel our way amongst those. This is the final bout for Makushita before we get into Juryo. We have Kamito on the left and Daishomaru on the right. Of course, Daishomaru, not a stranger to Juryo or this live stream or this podcast.
Haven't seen him up there for a while.
It's been quite a while.
And he's having a bit of a sad one. Both these guys, Kamito and Daishomaru, are 0-3. Doesn't befit the final bout of Makushita to be a 0-3.
We guarantee that someone's going to walk away feeling happy.
Someone's going to be happy. Someone's going to walk sprightly off the doyo.
I like Kamito's preparation there. Really goes inside himself. Heavily strapped right knee there for Kamito. He goes straight for the face of Daishomaru. Can't disagree with that. Gets on the belt and just overwhelms Daishomaru there. Kamito gets the white dot against the name. Big relief for him and his family on Nakabi.
So that takes us into Juryo. I'll just give everyone and myself a little overview of what's happening with Juryo. We're about to have a bout with the leader Very first bout of the day for the Juryo rank. It's Oshoumi. He has not lost. He's at Juryo 14. He's finding his form looking fantastic. He's had some hard bouts. One against Onoshiki that was very impressive. That he came out on top. Unbeaten, out by himself on 7 wins. And then on 6 wins, Kinbozan. That might be to be expected if he's in good health at Juryo 1.
Yeah, these two are coming at the Yusho race from different ends of the Banzuke. I would argue that Oshoumi has had a pretty easy run so far.
Yes.
Apart from that Onoshiki bout, which Tim Sumo said to me, to my face, that it was the best bout of sumo he's ever seen.
Yes. We went in with high expectations. And let me tell you, it was a good bout of sumo.
It was a good bout, but when Tim Sumo says that, you start to think what's going to happen. I mean, Tim sees things that other people don't. And I imagine that he's looking for the sumo in between the sumo, whereas I just look at the sumo.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is good to get people's expectations low rather than pump them up too much. Well, that's the man on your screen at the moment. Oshoumi coming in on 7-0 from Juryo 14. It's his second basho at that rank. Last time back in September, he went 6-9, but already on Nakabe with more wins. I think he can take the foot off Oshoumi.
Yeah, maybe he can lose a few here. I
think so.
There are a few others on 6 wins as well. We have Sudgish at Juryo 7, who's looked powerful. He knows that if he wins in the first couple of seconds, he is big enough and strong enough to take his bouts. And Toitaai, who's looked stellar.
This is a welcome return to form for Toitaai.
I've come to enjoy it.
Well, I was going to say, I was about to pull you up. I was about to pull you up there, because if you were getting on the Toitaai bandwagon now, I was going to drag you off.
Yeah, I was getting the cymbals out, clapping them tambourine.
Yep. The Toitaai bandwagon, we don't take lightly to people just jumping on it.
I've got to follow along behind.
For a while, earn your spot on the bandwagon.
Hand up at my face, looking at you guys in the distance.
There's no... Oh, okay. I thought you were looking in through the window, and I was like, there's no windows. It's a bandwagon.
You're up on the wagon. No, I have to walk so far behind. There's so many people between me and the bandwagon.
Oh, yes.
I've got to work my way up.
Well, Oshoumi's opponent today is Daiseizan on the left of your screen, in at Juryo 12. He's going okay so far. 4 wins, 3 losses. He's won over the last 2 days. Did not have the best run at the end of September. He went 7-8, dropping the last 4 days. Daiseizan could worry Oshoumi on a regular basho, but I feel like Oshoumi is in such good form at the moment. He's feeling confident, and that style of... belt sumo, workman-like sumo is certainly paying off for him this time around.
I was so impressed, I said on the podcast, that I tried the taping method on his back, the dots, and I think it's helped.
Nicotine patches everywhere. Get the nicotine into the throat. All right, looks like we're taking the 45-degree angle, which I hate. Abema, fix it. Daiseizan forward, Oshoumi trying to get on the belt. Tries the Makukai, Daiseizan fights him back. Oshoumi, look at that doyo sense. Brings himself back into the middle, goes to work and takes Daiseizan over. I mean, I said workmanlike. I couldn't agree with myself more there.
I think that Makukai was so important there. He knew he needed it to get that left arm on the inside, and once he had it...
Such a risk, though. You did see him lose ground, as we'll see on the replay here. But you're exactly right. Knew he needed to get inside there.
That's the beautiful risk analysis with that. You feel it out there. He slips it in. He has the right hand on the belt there, and that gives him his perfect stance, his perfect position to take the slightly bigger Daiseizan out. And that is just the form that this man is in, Oshoumi.
Certainly. Hello to JJ Dumbface. Hello, Madolus, Dr. Quack. Welcome. So honoured to be in the presence of sumo luminaries.
Yes. Is that us?
No.
Oh.
Chat.
Damn.
I don't know much about this sport. I like their little pants. That's as deep as my insights go.
Up next we have Onoshiki and Kotoao. Now Onoshiki has just fallen off not the leaderboard, not the second place, but the third place, because he's lost a couple in the last few days. He's lost to Oshoumi and he's lost to Toitaai, both of who we've obviously been talking about, are in form. So just had a little bump in the road there.
Well, look, we need to keep our expectations in line, I think, is the lesson of today.
Yeah.
Let's not take away what Onoshiki has achieved already at Nakabi to be 5-2. And let's not forget, this is his first basho where he's fighting all 15 days.
Yep.
It's an adjustment. But what an exciting bout we have. His opponent today, Kotoao, who has managed to claw back a shaky start to be 4-3. Kotoao, the younger brother of Makuchi Rikishi Kotoshoho, making his debut in Juryo. Kotoao lost the first 2 days. Again, to quality Rikishi though, Nabatame and Toitaai, and his only other loss has been Oshoumi. So Kotoao doing what is expected here.
That's right. These guys just sitting just under that top rank of Juryo at the moment.
They
and
are.
I don't mean the Juryo 1 rank. I mean the guys down the bottom doing really well.
Yes. They've met once before, and Kotoao took that one. It was when, well, I don't want to say this without getting you too nostalgic. It was Kotokuzan.
Oh, preferred.
Preferred name. And Kotokuzan, a.k.a. Kotoao, beat Onoshiki back in September on day 4.
I'm actually getting used to it faster than I thought I would.
You
so
always do. We always
ticks for
do.
me. Haven't even said it much.
All right, Kotoao down first, but it's Onoshiki who dips the head, makes Kotoao give ground. Kotoao foot on the Tawara. Onoshiki, these attacks are relentless. It's too much pressure for Kotoao, and he goes over. That's the kind of sumo that Onoshiki fans love.
Well, happy Nakabi to Onoshiki because he's taken himself to 6-2. Kotoao with that loss is 4-4. Onoshiki just so rampantly popular that the choruses around the world actually of happiness at that success would be huge.
Absolutely. We see the replay here. Kotoao just couldn't get close to Onoshiki. And Onoshiki, there's something about his sumo that I think will get him so far, but maybe not too far. He often attacks head down. And that's part of his desperate style of sumo that overwhelms his opponent. But I do worry about it going forward.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely guys who will look into that.
They will absolutely exploit it. You know that they'll
Literally.
be looking at the tapes. Okay. The next bout of the day, we have Kotokuzan up against Mr. Sumo, Chiyomaru. Chiyomaru coming in this one on 0-7. We often talk about Nakabi miracles. And today what we need from Chiyomaru could only really be described as a miracle if he can beat Kotokuzan.
That's right. He is on the road to Kachikoshi. He is coming into this on 0-7. However, he has been given a precious gift. Sorry, Kotokuzan, that is not meaning to be aimed at you, barb.
In the fact that Kotokuzan is at Makushita 4.
At Makushita 4. He's been at Makushita for a long time. He hasn't been getting those. Well, he has actually been getting those Kachikoshi, but it hasn't been enough. He's been thwarted at the top of Makushita each time. But you do think that he is a worthy, despite what I just said before, a worthy opponent here for Mr. Sumo.
When was the last time we saw Kotokuzan up in the... Maikushita 16 and 17 back in March and May 2022.
Right.
Feels like a long time ago.
Right. We were big into him then.
Yeah, I think he had something, but obviously finding himself towards the top of Makushita. And today, well, maybe he feels like he's got the precious gift.
That's right. That's right.
On 2-2. A big welcome to Cindy, who's joined us in the chat. She's never watched Juryo.
Well, Cindy, welcome.
Welcome to the second best thing you're ever likely to see. Juryo. Chiyomaru. I have only seen, I think I've seen 4 of his bouts up to here. There seems to be something wrong with downstairs. We can see that right knee heavily taped.
Yeah, he's been catapulted around, cartwheeled around, pushed around. Rude.
Yeah, but you can... Chiyomaru, for a bigger Rikishi, is normally quite light on his feet. And we just haven't seen that at all today. He's not able to generate a lot of resistance moving backwards. And that lateral movement that he's so good at He can move so lightly across the dojo. Just escaped him this time around.
He can still look out into the crowd too and see people cheering for him, people with Chiyomaru posters, little kids you just saw before with him with stars in their eyes, seeing Mr. Sumo, seeing Chiyomaru step up onto the dojo. They're getting to see him in person today. How many more times will they get to see it?
Well,
each time is that precious gift.
That's true. Kotokuzan, the man standing between millions of sumo fans around the world as we take the belly shot. A Bema.
You'd never fail us. Sometimes, occasionally.
No, they never do.
45-degree angle.
But Kotokuzan, the man standing between millions of sumo fans and happiness on Nakabi. What can he do? Oh, he breaks. Just the pressure valve has been released. Yeah. You could feel that in the build-up that Kotokuzan knows how important this bout is. Taking a long and close look at Chiyomaru there. He's had a look at the Kotokuzan playbook. Mm-hmm. He knows he's going to come forward. What can Chiyomaru do with this intel? Moves a little bit to the left. He's attacking high. Kotokuzan going with the thrusting attacks. Chiyomaru is moving back. He starts rotating. He's in trouble here. Kotokuzan finishes it off and gives him a little hug to keep him in.
Beautiful little stay on the dojo, please. Hug. I know that your legs aren't well, and so I will protect them at all costs. A beautiful movement there by Kotokuzan. And yeah, you can see what you were talking before. The downstairs action there from Chiyomaru is not great. He's just forced to step back, but he has nothing. He can't even prop himself against the Toara here. The legs won't hold up, and he's forced to step over.
And the problem is, without that stability downstairs, he doesn't have a platform for his thrusting attacks to be powerful. So we've seen this day after day. We've seen him just being moved back. It looks like sumo, but it doesn't feel like sumo.
Absolutely. So that's Makukoshi for Chiyomaru at Juryo 11.
Ouch. Is there hope?
If he went 8-7,
6-9 would be
in
okay.
my dreams. 6-9 would probably be
11?
okay. Yeah, 11.
Well, let's go 6-9. I think it's realistic.
Yes, definitely after what we just saw, it is. Kotokuzan, he is 3-2, so moving his way steadily towards Makushita. Makukoshi, I will say also hello to Scott. Scott's in Fukuoka.
Oh, hi Scott.
Not at the sumo today. I think maybe just in the town. Hi Justine. Who else did I see who'd popped in? Hakuyoan. Lovely to see you. I hate this basho.
Perfectly said, Hakuyoan. Perfectly said. The next two Rikishi out on the dojo. On the screen at the moment, we have Nabatame coming in to this bout on 4-3. He's in Superman mode, the man who puts on the glasses and becomes someone different.
This kid, his energy, his spirit, his fighting spirit.
Oh, fighting spirit.
He will win, I'm going to say right now, at some point in his career, a Fighting Spirit Prize. We might have to give it to him. The Sumo Mainichi Nabatame Fighting Spirit Prize.
It's named after him, is it?
Oh, I think so.
Okay. He will get that one day, you would think.
Yeah. I think to name it after him, might have to give it to him first.
Maybe not, though. I think that'd be a great idea for a new award called the Nabatame Fighting Spirit Prize and give it to Kotoao.
He never gets it.
Look at Onosho on your screen at the moment, bearing the scars of 7 days of sumo.
Ouch.
The man has seen some action. He's coming into today on 2-5. Onosho carrying that right knee injury. You can see it heavily strapped. In fact, both of these Rikishi having a lot of metal work underneath the bandages. We see a bit of a half-hearted Nabatame sign. I think that's the next thing we've got to get into, though, when we go to the sumo in March. We need to be painting our own signs.
Well, I actually don't think I could make one anywhere near as nice as that. So if you think that's half-hearted, I might need to work on my penmanship.
Yeah, your Japanese calligraphy. Yeah. Do we even have any brushes here?
Do we have any brushes here? What a great question.
I don't think we do.
I need to open the fourth drawer, you know.
Ah, I do. Everything's there.
A lot of things in that fourth drawer.
We're taking a slow, sensual pan up Nabatame. He's got the look on his face of a man who's ready to do some sumo against Onosho, who is a little bit down on his luck. A good chance for Nabatame today to test himself against a much more experienced opponent. They haven't met each other before, but I'm sure both would have been up late last night watching the tapes. And I tell you what, if you're looking at Onosho highlights, you'd have to build a strategy about surviving the Tachiai.
Yes. Survive the Tachiai, stand up high, pull him down. The problem is that Nabatame is a little shorty as well. Can he get up to that height where he can wrap the hand around the back of the head? I'm sure Onosho has something in store.
We have seen Onosho losing in the way that we commonly see him lose, or at least we did through the vast majority of 2023, which was losing his feet quite early on. The upstairs is a lot keener to move forward than the downstairs, sometimes Onosho. But no doubt this will be a fascinating encounter. Onosho hits hard. Nabatame starts working the throat of Onosho. He's got the head thrown back. Continues that attack and sends Onosho down to the ground very gently.
He tried to exercise safety sumo there, and that's what's important. Tried to hold him up, but the physics was all wrong. Nabatame didn't even need the pull. His push is so strong. His nodowa is so strong. He's feeling himself.
Yeah, he's feeling
Slap
himself.
Slap of the thigh.
We take the replay here. From the sensible sumo angle, you can see that Nabatame just got in and under Onosho here. That is brutal. And then I think this is a natural reaction for Nabatame. He saw Mitakeumi go down.
Oh.
And he's like, I do not want a repeat of that.
Nobody fall off, please.
Yep.
He really tried to cradle him back on.
I don't think Onosho particularly enjoyed that.
No, I think he's like, at this stage, mate, you can probably let go.
Don't
It's
touch
cool.
me.
Please.
Get your hands off me.
You've just wiped me off the face of the dojo. If you could just not lower me down.
I know. It's not making things better. All right, the next bout, we have Daiamami up against Wakaikari. I feel like these bouts are flying through. We see Wakaikari up on the dojo nice and early. Getting himself used to that environment, feeling the clay with his feet as both opponents go back to the corner to think about sumo, and in particular their style of sumo.
Visualising the bout, perhaps. I just watched the Queen's Gambit.
Oh,
I've
right.
never watched it, and she does a lot of visualising of the game. I wonder who steps up there and imagines it playing out.
Well, if Kimber was in the chat, we spoke about, she was giving us sumo hobbies when she was filling in for you on Friday night. I can't remember who it was, but there's a chess enthusiast.
Oh, who is a chess enthusiast?
And I thought about it, and I thought, I can't really see it in their sumo. Yeah,
I remember hearing her say that now, and I cannot remember who it was.
That was days ago. How am I meant to remember that?
Oh, you've had a really big one.
I've had a big week. Big week of sumo. Wakaikari, he is at Juryo 13. Only 19 years old. Another Rikishi who a lot of people have been very excited about seeing up in Juryo. 2-5 so far, including one for Sensho when Kamito, who we saw earlier, actually sat out on day 4. What a gift for Wakaikari. His only other win coming against Chiyomaru yesterday.
No. Yeah, I expected a little bit more from Wakaikari. He has...
Hold the sign up, kid.
Move it around. This is your one chance.
You've got to know where the camera is. Gee, she's got a whole lot prepared there.
Wow, there's
no,
so
you're right,
many
it's Daiamami.
Daiamami, a lot of fans. He is coming into today on 3 and 4. He's beaten Hidenoumi, Mitoryu and Shiden, so some good wins in there.
Well, exactly.
Take heart from that young man.
Yeah, Daiamami, the man who struggles with self-confidence.
Well, you can take some confidence in that. I think they're good wins. Hasn't fought Wakaikari before.
Dr. Quacks just said, you know there's a Queen's Gambit board game. That's so good.
How many layers are there
I know.
to that joke? Because I know. I'm worried I'm not getting them all. Is why I'm not laughing out loud, because I'm worried about my own myself.
Well, Dr.
Here.
Quack might be able to unpack it, but it's either chess or they've gone ahead and made a regular board game based on the Queen's Gambit. I think it's the first thing.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
in
making
that case, I'm okay.
a joke.
Okay, great.
Caleb, hello, welcome to the chat. So good to have you here. We're about to see Daiamami and Wakaikari go at it. You can hear the kids in the background. I hope you can get that on the stream. Just screaming with excitement.
Love them at Daiamami.
Yeah. He's king of the kids, Daiamami.
I feel like he'd be a lovely guy.
Abema just taking their time to pull this shot back. There we go. Wakaikari gets in close, but Daiamami steams forward. Wakaikari pulls Daiamami through, but Daiamami seems to be able to keep his feet. Wakaikari in under the arms, but it's all Daiamami. Whoa! Spectacular win. Wakaikari moving out of the way, tumbling Daiamami down. A brilliant win from Wakaikari.
That was spectacular. Great work on the Tawara. A really, really good win. I think he can take heart in that. I think that's going to be a turning point for him because he's come in, found it hard. Fair enough, he's 19 years old. He's rescued himself there, coming back so hard at Daiamami, doing all the sumo things. He's doing the right things with his arms and legs.
He looks in big trouble here, though.
Exactly,
the larger Daiamami using the
Daiamami.
body. Look at his sumo sense.
Beautiful.
Beautiful sumo, Wakaikari.
I just think he's been doing the right things. It hasn't quite come off with the timing. I thought I was preparing myself to say the same thing there, that his sumo looks functional,
Yep.
but he's not working.
Well, it can happen.
Yes,
Where you're
exactly.
doing good sumo and you're just not getting the wins.
You know what you're meant to be doing. You've envisioned it. Queen's Gambit style, but you can't execute it. But today he did, even if it was a duck out of the way on the Tawara. Well done, Wakaikari. That
brilliant sumo.
takes him to 3 and 5.
Well, much needed win.
And Daiamami is 3 and 5 as well.
So Dr. Quack has confirmed it's a real board game.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
But what does that mean? What do you do?
Well, is it not chess?
Well, one thing she does in the show is play a lot of people simultaneously. Could it be like a simultaneous chess
No, I
experience?
think it's a board game like Game of Life where you get a little car.
Oh, jeez, I
and
love Game of Life.
You are, what's her name? Sharon Gambit. And you go around in the car and work jobs and get little kids to put in the back. But they're just little pegs.
Sharon Gambit, so funny. Her name's Beth Harmon. What I loved about Game of Life, before you get into this, is remember it had the visceral piece of, like the mountain that you went up on?
The car went up the mountain, didn't it?
Yeah. There was one bit where you had to go up the mountain, and I loved that mountain. And you also spun, there was a spinner.
Yeah.
Loved spinners in board games.
I wonder if Game of Life would hold my attention now.
I'm not sure. When we played it at home, my brother and I always used to go, Game of Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're a kid, life is a game. And then you get to an adult.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, this is just life.
It's awful.
Why would I want
This is an awful game.
Why would I want to relax and play the Game of Life? Oh, the kids need tennis lessons.
Yeah.
It's cost me $350.
Yeah. Well, that was the exciting thing about it as a kid, the money. And now it's just like, well, I don't have enough.
Yeah.
I'll never have enough.
If you'd like to make a donation to the Sumo Mainichi Sake Fund. No, not now. The next bout. Too soon. We have Toitaai up against Hakuyoan. We were talking about Toitaai before. He's coming in on 6-1 at Juryo 12. Hakuyoan, 3 wins, 4 losses at Juryo 8. I can't tell you what's different about Toitaai this time around, though.
Well, it's the come up to Juryo, go down for 1, realise that you really want to be back there, and maybe do a bit of work.
I think so, yeah. He left us in July when he went 5-10 from Juryo 11. So great to have him back and in good form. Looks like we're ready to go here. Toitaai on the left, Hakuyoan on the right. Hakuyoan break there, follows through, gives Toitaai something to think about. I think Toitaai actually went off the doyo then. Shows the raw power of Hakuyoan's thrusts even when he's just practicing. Okay, we go again, choosing the reverse 45-degree angle now for some reason. Okay, this time they're off. Hakuyoan getting pummeled by Toitaai, who tries a pull, puts himself in a bad situation. He's on the Tawara, and Hakuyoan takes full advantage of that, as he will every day of the week. And he takes Toitaai over. Well, I think we'll see it on the replay. I don't think Toitaai would be thrilled with his performance today.
No, we were talking about the confidence, and he did come forward with that confidence still, but Hakuyoan just got a bit in his grill.
Good to see the attacks here from Toitaai. He had Hakuyoan in all sorts of trouble until he tried that pull. And look at how quickly this bout can flip.
Yeah.
In an instant, Hakuyoan's all over him. And I know people have their differing opinions on Hakuyoan, but he's seen a lot of sumo.
He's been pulled a lot of times.
And he knows a Nakabi Day gift when he sees one.
Yeah, because he was in trouble, as you said. He was being held up there, and he knew what to do with the pull he was given. He moves to 3 and 4 and 4. Toitaai, that's his second loss. So he's 6-2 now. He's 2 off the leaderboard. We didn't say it before, but Oshoumi, of course, with that 8th win, getting his Kachikoshi at Juryo 14. Very important for him. So he's now 2 out in front. The other people on 6 and 1 today we'll be looking out for winning are Kimbozan and Sudgish. And on 5 wins, we had Tamashoho, Fujiseiun and Onoshiki. Onoshiki has already won.
Yes.
He's taken himself up to 6.
Our next 2 Ricochet stepping onto the doyo, we have Fujiseiun on the left of your screen and Sudgish, who you were just speaking about on the right. I thought that said Mitori before. Anyway, it looks like it is Sudgish. Fujiseiun, this is a welcome return to form for him. At Juryo 10, 5-2, a great first week of sumo. Certainly looking like he'll do a lot better than September, where he went 7-8. But he has quite a test ahead of him today. Sudgish, 6-1. We know that Sudgish can be so dangerous when he's in form.
Yep.
And as you said, his ability to win a bout very, very quickly puts a lot of pressure on the opponent. There's no time to get settled in.
He really is a mid to upper Maegashira ranked guy in form without, take the knees
upper
out of
Maegashira.
it. I think he's upper.
Can you take the knees out of it?
Well, you can't now.
You can't.
But what he can do in seconds, when he just imagines that the pain isn't there, is incredible.
Oh, welcome to the chat, Rob. Hey,
Rob's here.
Rob. Happy Nakabi to you and the family. So great to have you here. Rob's going to be joining us on the podcast next Friday night.
I was about to say, yep. I've got a work thing.
You're in Sydney for work, and Rob and I are going to be having a few drinks on the Friday night.
Friday night.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
I have my own drinks.
Oh, you can have your own drinks, but you can't stop what Rob and I will do.
Damn. Just get a piece of luggage and just wheel it around the room so I can recreate that excellent podcast that you two did.
We actually got a few people requesting the whole thing.
I know, I said I'd send it out,
yet,
but we haven't. Hello also to Hazel. It's so good to see you here as well. It is getting hot in this room.
Yeah.
Please be aware that Australia is heating up. Melbourne is hot these days.
It's not even that hot today.
This room is.
It's just this room gets very, very hot. But that's the way we like it here. Keeps me on my toes, keeps the edge, keeps me focused. And I need that focus because we're about to see Sudgish go up against Fujiseiun.
Let sumo take its course here, I say.
Well, it's a big test for Fujiseiun, no doubt about it. The Gyoji is ready. There's a few people screaming out for Sudgish. He's a niche kind of guy. As he Fujiseiun comes forward, but Sudgish is unmovable until he decides to take a step back himself.
Ooh.
Moves aside as Fujiseiun comes forward. I don't know about that one.
saying was a niche kind of guy.
Sudgish.
I vagued out for a second.
I shouldn't have been talking about it at that point. But he's the kind of Rikishi who, if you like him, you're obsessed with him.
Yeah.
But
I've been a huge fan in the past, and every time he starts having success, I love it again.
Well, here we see this replay. Sudgish maintaining ground, goes for the pull here. Fujiseiun looking like he's got this one won, but a beautiful move to the left. A pull through on the arm from Sudgish. Smart sumo from the big man.
It's really amazing in sumo how 1 millisecond the momentum or the push can change the fight. So that was just absolutely going Fujiseiun's way. And the way that he pushed on his elbow there, his shoulder. Well, I know what I'm saying seems obvious, but it just can change really quickly.
Yeah, it certainly can. Sudgish, a good sumo head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Knew that he wasn't out of it.
And lucky for a win here because Hakuyoan sumo was going to absolutely flip a table and leave for the day. Leave the basho perhaps altogether.
Right.
And come back and join us in January again. That might have been
wow.
the end for a November.
I didn't know there was so much riding on
that. I know,
bout.
neither did I, and I've just seen it. And I'm so happy Sudgish won.
The next bout of the day, Daishoho and Shiden. Daishoho at Juryo 9. Coming into this bout on Nakabi, 2 wins, 5 losses. His opponent Shiden, looking a little bit more consistent, 4 wins, 3 losses from Juryo 6.
You still having Shiden feelings? Still liking the little stocky guy?
I do like Shiden. I like what he stands for. I like what his sumo is about. I like seeing him have a second shot at his highest rank of Juryo 6. I wonder what a Juryo 4 would look like on this guy.
Nice. I think he'd wear it finely.
I think he would.
Wear it with distinction.
He's 32 years old, and you feel like his zone of optimal sumo. I feel like that window might start closing in the next 6 months.
Is it a bit now or never?
I think it could be, yeah.
Oh dear.
I just think for a bigger Rikishi, he's very quick. He's deceptively quick. I think he's a slow burn, this guy.
What won me over for him is just how the sumo is always super interesting to watch. He just does a real variety of techniques, moves. He's always in there. He's always trying so hard. I just think that his sumo's really, really good.
Well, he's going to need to do that really, really good sumo today against Daishoho.
That's what they say.
As we see him, old mate getting a selfie.
Turn the towel
no, the towel needs to be that way. Or does it?
Well, should you show who you're supporting in the photo, or should you let Daishoho know the whole time that you're still supporting him?
That's what I'm worried about. He looks over. He sees a blank towel and he's like, oh, these Shiden fans. You know?
I think I'd preference the photo.
Well, what about this for a compromise? Double-sided towel.
Oh.
There we go. Fix that.
Well, why don't they sell all the towels as double-sided?
Oh, it's printing costs.
Yeah, printing costs.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, I just think it's simple that you buy 2 and sew them together.
Well, that's what all the Short-Eye fans do.
Well, but they do it single-sided. I'm talking about a revolution in towel sewing.
8 of them together, but also...
Another 8 on the other side.
So that's 16 towels.
There's one winner out of this, and I think it's the Short-Eye Towel Company. Looks like they're ready to go here. Daishoho on the left, Shiden on the right. Shiden giving a bit of a squint as he goes down. Shiden comes forward, hits Daishoho hard. Can't find a belt grip. You can see Daishoho starting to swamp Shiden as he's taken back to the Tawara and is forced to step over. Well, that is Daishoho's bread and butter. Body-to-body sumo where it becomes a test of pure strength.
Well, lucky he saw that towel the whole time because I think he took that extra couple of seconds of inspiration and got his 3rd win. He's 3-5 Daishoho. Shiden is 4-4. Thank you, Dr. Quack. Their ability to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat is one of the most exciting parts of sumo.
I agree. It's true.
But it's also the other thing I was saying, to return to the point I couldn't make before and try and make it again and will also fail. It's that tiny little movement that can affect the other movements so much.
For me, it's the funny little pants they wear.
Don't make me laugh or I will not stop coughing for
Dr.
5 years.
Dr. Ben Marshman has said, sadly, it's never for Shiden.
So harsh.
Wow.
Very harsh. Very harsh.
I don't know. Is Shiden capable of a breakout performance? I could see it happening.
Of course he is. Mitoryu up against Tomoaze. Both 4 and 3.
Yeah, Mitoryu, the loneliest man in sumo. 4 wins and 3 losses from Juryo 8. Tomoaze not doing too bad at Juryo 5.
Well, we just saw the very distressing matchup for me yesterday of Shirakuma up against Tomoaze. They used to be in the same stable. Ishonozeki, I enjoyed imagining them as bosom buddies, and now they've been separated into Nakamura and Nishonozeki, and I don't like it.
Some Tomoaze fans up in the cheap seats.
Oh, yeah.
Have
they got, how many signatures have they got on there? I must admit, I go and watch when the Rikishi come in, and, you know, I love to see them, but I would never think of asking for a signature. Maybe it's at Juryo and stuff like that.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Or they're getting specially pre-signed towels.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Because what do you put the towel on the ground and have 2 people stretch it out at either end? It's hard to hand someone a towel.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to put your hand underneath it and stretch it over the hand.
No way, it's too big.
The hand?
You'd have to put it over your back.
No, but they only need a little bit of space to sign.
They were some big signatures.
They were big.
Or you just hold it per kanji or per line.
Oh my God, it takes
I mean, this is why we don't do it.
Yeah, it's too stressful. I don't want to think about it.
Nah.
I don't want to think about interrupting their day. I've never been a signatures person.
Yeah.
Even when I went to Expo 88, I never got signatures.
So we see a couple of old friends enjoying a bit of Tomoaze action today. 2 people with refined sumo tastes. Their head-to-head is 4-0 Mitoryu's way.
Mitoryu's a strong guy.
Well, he's a strong guy. He's hard to move, and I think for Tomoaze today, this is going to be a real test. Although Tomoaze can surprise with the power he's able to generate. He can catch his opponents off guard. But it looks like we're going to go back one more time for them to have a think about their style of sumo.
We've got to move into the phase of Mitoryu not being the loneliest man in sumo anymore, because there are people joining his stable, which is the good news. If every time we say this, it makes you sad, it makes you depressed, it makes you want to send Mitoryu a care package, we'll still send that, I reckon, because I think you'd like it.
Totally.
But also, there are people joining that heya. Every single time Tim Sumo tells me who it is, and I forget. But don't worry, there are lower ranked Rikishi at Mitoryu's stable now. Because for a while he was the only one there.
Why isn't Tim Sumo here telling us these things we don't know?
Where is he?
All right, Mitoryu side-eyeing someone in the crowd who won't shut up. Up against Tomoaze today. Heavily strapped right foot, ankle, calf of Tomoaze. Tomoaze taking his sweet time to get down. I like this. In absolutely no rush.
Playing mind games.
It takes time. Oh, and he's gone off. Okay. Yeah, something felt a little bit off about that. Tomoaze rubbing his eyes, touching his face. Didn't feel like the right setup for him.
Yeah. Go quicker this time.
No, I think he needs to take his time, do the full preparation again, go longer. Exactly. Let's see what Tomoaze can do. Pushes forward. Another awkward touchy-eye though, but Mitoryu just collapses Tomoaze there.
That was a strange bout, actually.
Well, I wondered whether it shouldn't have been called a mata again.
Really small foot movements from Tomoaze, was it?
I just got to say, watching it from this angle is very, very hard.
Yeah.
But they're showing the replay from the front angle.
You can't see any of the vectors properly.
Well, it's just we're not used to watching it from this angle.
I can't tell distances.
Yes. We'll see it better here. Oh, no, they're going for the other angle.
Side.
No, I mean, it looks okay
no
there.
Feet. I need to see the feet. Oh, he just fell over.
Yeah, the old pin's just not working there for Tomoaze today. I don't think that was his bad foot, though, that slipped. I think it was his other foot.
That's bad news when you're slipping on your good foot. Tomoaze, he is 4-4. It's a 5-0 head-to-head now between him and Mitoru, who moves to 5-3. Sorry to talk over Kunio there.
Yeah. 51 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't look that good when I was 27. When I get to 51, I mean, I'm already a wreck.
You'll sing that well, though.
I will.
You can sing that high, and you can sing that well, FYI.
Yeah, and they can't stop me if I go to the sumo. Well, they probably could. All right, the next bout of today, Hidenoumi up against Kayo.
Oh, I said the wrong.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's my bad. Rikinojo.
They always have in his little
Rinky
summary
Nojo.
there that he's the ikemen yobidashi. I think that's right. Maybe, Rob, have I got that right?
I think I need to update my yobidashi. I think I'm behind.
Which is the handsome yobidashi, which puts a lot of pressure on him. You know, there's more to him than looks. Well, here we have
beautiful, beautiful voice.
The young man from Nakamura Beya, Kayo. 4-3 coming into this one at Juryo 3. Is he knocking on the door to a promotion to top division? I wonder.
Well, he was going to be, but he's failed the last few days. He has lost the last two against Onokatsu up in
top
Wakaikari,
division.
fair enough. And Shiden, not fair enough. Just looked a little unstable, and he'll be looking to come back here against Hidenoumi.
There's a lot to like about this kid, though, Kayo.
Oh, very much so.
I've got big tickets on him. I think there's a future in the top division for him. A lot of people will look at his style of sumo and his body shape and draw comparisons to, Keisho. But I think there's another layer to this guy where he's got a bag of tricks that goes quite deep, and I think he sees sumo in a very, very different way. His opponent today is Hidenoumi on Juryo 7. Oh, he's 2 wins, 5 losses, Hidenoumi. Feels like another day at the office. Whoa. I was leaning on the button on my iPad.
Yeah.
And it just said it's calling emergency services.
Oh my God.
So I just need to check that we don't have fire trucks coming to our house.
Oh my goodness. Well, down at the market this morning, there was a whole building on fire.
Yeah, so I went down to pick up the groceries this morning, and a shop that we have in Australia called Cash Converters.
Yeah.
The Australians in chat will know who this is.
Like a pawn shop.
It's a pawn shop.
Huge pawn shop.
Yeah, Cash Converters was on fire.
Yeah.
The social media posts about it were basically just making jokes. Things like Ash Converters, fire sale. But I've never seen a big fire up close. Anyway, we'll talk about that more later. Hidenoumi on the left of your screen. Kayo on the right. Slow touchy eye from Kayo, who pulls and pulls.
Yeah,
and
there's something wrong here.
What's happened?
I don't know. I feel like I want to watch these last 3 losses.
Do you think there's an injury concern?
I don't know. Injury or some kind of confidence moving back issue. He's just not looking as solid.
Well, I mean, let's
winning.
have a look at this replay here.
Good touchy eye.
A couple of limp thrusts before instant retreat. No real effort to stay moving along the Tawara there. I'm very concerned about this. So yeah, the Cash Converters was on fire.
Oh yeah, pawn shop, P-A-W-N.
Oh yeah, P-A-W-N. The air smelled like plastic.
There's lots of things in there, musical instruments, game consoles.
Does anyone actually go shopping at Cash Converters?
I have. I actually have. For a cheap, like a music thing.
Yeah.
But I was like 22.
Yeah, true.
Had no money.
All right, the next bout of the day, we have Kagayaki up against Shirokuma. A couple of Shirokuma fans on the screen at the moment. Where did we land with taking the fans out of the plastic?
Where did we land? Great question. I think
so. There's 2 trains.
We have seen it being taken out. I mean, I took it out.
Yep.
But I thought that I'd made a mistake. But since then, I have seen there's a Takeyasu one.
Yeah.
That's early.
There's 2 schools of thought here.
Is that Takeyasu? Is
Sure
that
is.
my eyes?
Sure is.
Yeah. They're going early for him.
She's got a Shirokuma one, though.
So she's taken both out of the plastic.
Yeah.
But overall, it seems more common to keep them in the plastic.
There's no right or wrong. But I think both camps will defend their position very, very passionately. Shirokuma, 25 years old, back in Juryo this time around after a disappointing debut in the top division. And really, as we come into Nakabi Day 8, a 3-4 isn't really the score that we'd expect from Shirokuma.
No.
His opponent today, Kagayaki, are also coming in on 3 and 4.
Also a score we wouldn't expect.
Exactly. Although the bouts that I've seen of Kagayaki this week, I think he's struggling with an injury. He doesn't seem to be fighting at his best.
I agree, Dr. Quack. I think the joy is taking it out of the plastic.
I agree. Yeah. I'm a take it out of the plastic kind of guy.
Wave it around. Use it. You know?
Yeah.
If it gets damaged, buy another one.
Yeah, what are you
Can't
keeping it for?
preserve everything. Maybe they've bought it as a present and will hand it on after the basho. That's a great point.
Carla.
That's a great point.
So
Well, I had never thought of that.
Right, so Carla, if you ever come to my birthday party and I'm like, oh, great, a fan.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw you.
All 15 days.
I saw you on TV.
That's been waved.
Using it. Yeah, it's been waved.
That's been seen by Rikishi.
Hey, this fan smells like sake.
I only have one fan. Wakamoto Haru.
The Wakamoto Haru fan, and that's out of the plastic.
Took it straight out. I bought it and literally took it straight out and put the plastic in the bin. I thought that's what you were meant to do.
Oh, it is. Well, again, there's no wrong answers.
I'm not buying that as a present. I'm not buying anyone a present.
All right, looks like they're ready to go. Kagayaki on the left of your screen, Shirokuma on the right, Shirokuma down first. Hits Kagayaki hard. Kagayaki trying to thrust, but Shirokuma now forced back. He's on the Tawara, and some straightforward Oshi sumo from Kagayaki today brings up his 4th win.
That's Kagayaki sumo. Oshi brackets Kagayaki sumo.
Yeah.
He did what he does and it worked, which it hasn't been. Shirokuma, problems. What is happening? 3 and 5 now.
Let's have a look at this replay here. We get it from the good angle. The attack from Kagayaki initially on the throat certainly was troubling for Shirokuma, and he took a backward step very quickly.
Hakuyo saying that you would like the smell of takeyasu on the fan. That reminds me of what Scott said in the chat earlier, which was that he was around the docks of Fukuoka and saw Ikkyo and Hakuho eating, and they went to the same place and the seats were still they sat in the same seats and the seats were still warm. So now I'm equating smell to butt warmth. Like, you take what you can get in sumo, you know, like maybe you do want to experience the butt warmth of Ikkyo.
Well, especially when we're talking about one of the greats.
Yeah.
Ikkyo.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, the next bout we have for you today, Hidenoumi up against Hakuyoan. Both Rikishi coming in on 3 and 4. Hidenoumi fighting at Juryo 4. I don't think I clocked that he was fighting quite as high as he is. Walking through the front gate and stepping onto the doorstep nearly.
I need to know how people are feeling about Hakuyoan. I need to open up.
Yeah, let's open the floor.
The discussion, because it's kind of been passing me by, I have to admit. And when I really focus my attention, there's so many places your focus can go in sumo. And I've removed it a little bit from Hakuyoan because it's been a little bit distressing seeing what's happened to him and how he's not really doing well. How are people feeling about it?
Just a question in the chat from Marcelo. Do you use a VPN to access the stream? I can smell an Abema employee from a mile away. I'm not answering that question. We live in Japan.
Marcelo,
this is a completely legal stream.
Oh my God, Marcelo, did you take that down?
Oh, no, it's back. Marcelo has his finger on the button. Well,
he was showing us there his power.
Yep.
Wow.
Marcelo, big fan of your work.
I'm going to buy a couple of fans, keep them in the plastic and send them direct to your house. I'm going to make sure that they have all the smells of Osaka Basho next March.
And I would like, for one, to, for us to publicly endorse Abema and all of their sponsors for their wonderful service.
If your seat is ever cold, I will sit on it for about half an hour, warm it up. You can have some of my butt heat. Glad I said that on a stream that definitely stays up because this is a legal thing.
Yeah, so a few different opinions on Hakuyoan. Rob, I agree. That feeling of Hakuyoan being the next big thing has passed a little bit, I think. It's going to be a long, slow trudge up into the top division for him.
Yeah.
He's certainly not wiping the floor with his Juryo opponents. And
a lot of opinions, a lot of things that I've thought about here. The stable move, so the Miyagino issue, has to have affected him. His injury, of course, the shoulder, is huge. Marcelo, I'll message you afterwards.
Nice wide stance on the Gyoji here. There's a man ready for sumo. Hakuyoan hits hard, trying to get that left hand on the belt and gives up, goes on the body and cleans up Hidenoumi. No problems in the world. Interesting bout for us to see after these discussions.
Yeah, and I like it. I feel like he's got the stream in a little earpiece.
Yeah.
Taking heart from it. But Justine saying, look at his face, the confidence is gone. I agree.
I
he looks totally different. He looks younger.
Who said? Someone said... Atari Gani said that Hakuyoan seems different after his shoulder surgery.
Yes.
It's true. Long time to get that confidence back. But what we saw today was pretty good. Is Hidenoumi a real litmus test? Probably not.
Could be hard to get past.
Yeah, on a good day. Oshidashi win for Hakuyoan today. He's on 4-4 now on Nakabi.
Just a slow, nice, step by step. We'll support him the whole way. And hopefully he'll be able to get back.
Hidenoumi with that loss 3-5. We've only got 2 bouts left to go.
Yes, and I have to call out what Justine said there. Kimbozan coming into the venue, coming down the Hanamichi, big slaps, big determination. This guy wants to win a Juryo Yusho. He wants to catapult himself up to at least Makushita 12.
I wonder whether this isn't going to be a positive experience for Kimbozan.
Yeah, good point.
Coming back down to Juryo, looking like he's too good for it.
Yeah, and he knows that. Even with an injury, even with the struggles that he's had, he comes down, he goes, I don't belong here anymore. I'm going to go up again.
Yep.
But we still have one bout before that. We have Kid no Waka and one of my personal favourites, I'll call him out, Shimazumi. Love the guy. 0-5.
Yeah, Shimazumi coming in on 3-4. Let's see if we can get him to 4-4 on Nakabi for you as a little birthday present.
I wouldn't mind it.
His opponent today, though, Juryo 1, Kid no Waka. The man certainly knocking on the door at that rank. Kid no Waka has lost the last 2 days, dropping bouts to Shirakuma and Hidenoumi. I think he will have a challenge today, as we see a young, bespectacled Shimazumi fan.
That's a lovely towel. Where did that come from?
It is a good towel.
Where are these Shimazumi towels hiding out, and who can get me one? Could be in or out of the plastic. I don't mind. He's beaten Hidenoumi. He's beaten Tomoaze, Daishoho, a good win. And, these are the people he's lost to. He's beaten Tohakuryu, who went out on day 5. Kyusho, Hidenoumi, and Kagayaki. A less impressive list, I have to admit.
All right, the Gyoji is ready. Shimazumi eyeing his opponent as Kid no Waka buggers around and takes his time before he gets down. Sit down, whoever that is. Abema only have one camera. They go forward. Shimazumi bounces off Kid no Waka. He attacks again. Kid no Waka left hand on the back of the belt. Cleans up the Gyoji. Cleans up the Salt guy. Big win for Kid no Waka.
Well, if there's anything that footage is going to be used for, it's for the business case to get Abema a second camera.
Yeah.
Because that can't be happening.
No.
You can't be pushing people. NHK can't be pushing people to Abema, and then we can't see about. Well done, Kitnawaka.
Woody in chat has said that he just got back from Japan and attended the Kyoto regional tour. The sumo baby holding was unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Look at this.
Screaming babies.
3 out of 3. I think Kitnawaka should get more white dots for that.
Yeah.
It's the strike in sumo.
You should get a ding and it comes up with a funny animation.
And the pins explode.
Yeah. Or some salt goes out. Psh, psh, psh.
Well, the salt certainly did go out.
I also wanted to say hello to Kurowashi Sumo, who is in here, and Noah. Noah, I've never said your last name out loud. Wellbrock Tally. If you don't know Noah, look him up on Instagram. Amazing pictures, amazing.
Incredible.
Illustrations.
Lovely to have you here, Noah. Thanks for dropping by.
Final bout of the day.
It's time to bang the sticks together.
Well, there's a few after this, I'll admit. Final important bout of the day in the Juryo division.
We have Juryo 4, Tamashoho up against Kimbozan. What a treat for Nakabe. Tamashoho in good form. The tiny legs doing good work to get him to 5-2. And the man on the mission, Kimbozan at Juryo 1. Too good for Juryo. He's 6-1. They've never met each other before. Their head-to-head is 0-0. What you are watching is history in the making. Thousands of years of evolution, millions of years. Kimbozan's great-great-great-great-great-grandparents could have never guessed that he'd be here against Tamashoho today.
I think that's true.
It's true.
I think that's a statement of fact.
They probably didn't know about sumo.
They may not have. He is coming into today on 6-1, looking to move to 7-1, which would take him level with Sudgish. It would be only those two on 7 wins, with Oshoumi out on 8. So we've had Toitaai drop off.
Yes.
Be a very important win for him in his contest to take the Juryo Yusho, which it seems like he is very invested in, which he should be.
Tamashoho coming off a Fusen yesterday. Who pulled out? Oh, Bushozan. So Tamashoho was actually the Juryo visitor. And Bushozan has gone Kyusho. So Tamashoho coming off, probably feeling rested, would have gone to the day spa, got his nails did, I think is the way they say it. I gotta say, Tamashoho coming into Nakabe with a very positive score warms my heart.
And let's take a moment to remember Tasty Towel. We'll never see it again.
Rip Tasty Towel. Oh, people screaming with that mata. They know this is a big one. Tamashoho, what a test against Kimbozan. Tamashoho down. He tries to hit Kimbozan, but Kimbozan walking forward. Tamashoho spinning around, pulling. They've stabilized back to the middle of the doyo. They lock up on the belt. The crowd go wild. Tamashoho, no time to waste. Gets absolutely spun around by Kimbozan.
I think he enjoyed that a bit. It was a do-si-do.
Do-si-do, skill and experience from Kimbozan today.
He felt like what it was like to be in the arms of a man, a strong dance partner.
Yeah.
There, Kimbozan turning him around, taking the initiative there.
Well, look, it's not unexpected that Kimbozan won this bout, but I still think there are some positives from Tamashoho. Great initiative that he showed there, especially in that lockup in the middle there. He wasn't waiting around. He thought he could take Kimbozan there.
Very positive. He moves to 7-1. He is there with Juryo 7, Sudgish, Kimbozan at Juryo 1, so obviously a Kachikoshi would get him back to Makuichi. Oshoumi at Juryo 14 is our Juryo leader on Nakabi. He's out the front with 8 wins. He got his Kachikoshi today.
Yeah, great stuff.
Lovely to see him succeed. We move into the Makuuchi Doyo Iri. So eventually it's time for us to stop this stream and go watch, get ready for the podcast.
Yeah, I think so. I just want to check in on Graham, and I'm going to quote his what he put in the chat. We just the.
Graham, are you okay? We'll see you next Sunday. We'll check in with you.
Yeah.
If
Good to
you
see
are
you though,
in
mate.
Melbourne and you haven't booked tickets for our live event, you can do that. There's a link in our link tree. It's going to be at the Cooper's Inn at 5 o'clock next week. We're going to
we're going to move the
be
studio.
with you for Makuuchi. Yeah,
And if you do have a
take all of
ticket,
this.
bring someone else who's never seen sumo before.
Yes, quite a few people are actually, I think.
We had someone message us and say, I don't really know anyone who likes sumo.
Yeah.
Would it be weird if I came by myself?
Yeah.
And we were like, no.
Yeah.
There's heaps of people there who'll
there's
be
heaps of
willing
people.
to say hi.
People who love sumo love talking about sumo to other
yeah.
people, I always find as well.
Well, we see Mitakumi up on the doyo. A little bit of tape down the left.
I think you're in the chat, right? Who message anyway. If you'd like to come and fly in for it, book
It's not too late.
aeroplane tickets. I can't think of what they're called.
All right, well, as we see Churumi step up on the doyo very respectfully, we're going to leave you here. Thanks for
Mitakumi's still
joining
here
us.
as
Yeah,
well.
It certainly is.
Damn.
I said that just before.
Did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Nah, you weren't. Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here on day 14, so next Saturday.
Yes.
Come and join us for Juryo then. And enjoy the rest of the sumo. Happy
Enjoy
Nakabi.
it. Happy Nakabi.